Welcome back, sports gamers. It's the Natural, back by popular demand. Got more ESBC for you guys today, as Steel City Interactive dropped its third fighter announcement show today. They dropped a ton of fighters, and it is definitely the best list yet. ESBC added over 20 new boxes, including many new legends, and we also get to see the greatest that ever was. Let's get right into it. Today's roster additions focused on two types of fighters: legends and boxers from Eastern Europe. Not a typical combination, but that doesn't stop Todd Grisham from bringing the hype in today's show. He started by revealing boxing legend Sugar Ray Leonard. Grisham and Leonard talked a bit about his journey from gold medalist to all-time great. Then he announced boxing star Riddick Bowe, and he did not downplay the difficulty in finding Bowe. And we get to hear a few words from Big Daddy himself. If you guys didn't check out the previous shows or features I've done at ESBC, it is not easy to get these boxes signed on because there is no overarching commission, so they have to go out and sign these guys one by one. So that team is on it, and they are putting in the legwork to bring us the best boxing game that we've had in years. So more legends followed, including Larry Holmes, Tommy Morrison, Cesar Chavez. Today's newcomers weren't all legends though. Undisputed women's lightweight world champion Katie Taylor and perennial opponent Define Pursoon will also be joining ESBC's growing cast of women's boxers. The trailer puts a specific focus on Eastern European boxers, with 4 boxers from Uzbekistan join the competition along with Lucien Butte and Russian Dmitry Bivol. They definitely saved some of the best for last in today's show, really flexing the strength of today's signings in that roster, saving the strongest 3 for last. Grisham proudly announced that the Klitschko brothers will be joining the ESBC cast. Vladimir and Vitaly Klitschko hold the record for the most heavyweight title wins by a pair of brothers. The brothers famously promised their mother they would never fight each other. However, in ESBC, they will let the fans break that promise. Out of respect for her, I will never have Vladimir and Vitaly fight. Nah, not really. That would probably be one of the first fights that we have on the channel. Sorry, Mom. This could have been a fitting end. However, he had one more major announcement. Steel City Interactive has secured the rights to Muhammad Ali to enter the eSports boxing ring. The greatest himself. They stated signing Muhammad Ali in the eSports Boxing Club is a great honor for our studio. Steel City Interactive founder Ash Habib said in a press release, the creation and development of our revolutionary footwork system was made with Ali in mind. We were excited about the partnership with ABG, who made this deal possible. So that is huge. If they can get Ali's footwork, if you get Ali's footwork in the game, you can get anyone's footwork in the game. So if they nail that, then I don't have any issues that their footwork system can handle any boxer, alive or not alive. So I'm really excited about that. Let's get right. We're going to have the full show added on to you guys to check out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below.
Coming up on ESBC's third fighter announcement show, we review our hottest signings past and present. We go around the globe to Eastern Europe and reveal 2 of the all-time American boxing legends. All this and more coming straight ahead on eSports Boxing Club's fighter announcement show. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for being so patient. I know you have been on pins and needles waiting for this, our third ESBC fighter announcement show, and now it is upon us. My name is Todd Grisham, and if for some reason you weren't able to see our first 2 fighter signing announcement shows, here's a quick look back at some of the highlights. Here we go. One of the pound for pound best fighters in the world today. They call him Bud, Caleb Plant. And how about Oscar Valdez Jr., Amir Khan, Virgil Ortiz Jr., Alexander Usyk. How about Alexander Povetkin? Roy Jones Jr. is back. How about Showtime, Sean Porter, Josh Taylor. And how about my good friend Chris Algieri, Daniel Jacobs, El Gallo from Mexico, and Chocolatito from Nicaragua. Yes, the Mexican legend himself, Tim Bradley Jr. There's only one, Ricky Hatton, Lomachenko, the incomparable Marcus Maidana, Big Frank Bruno. There were no 2 better small guys than these 2 men. How about Nonito Donaire, Clarissa Shields, Jessica McCaskill, Celia Breakus, Jelena Mrjenovic, and Heather Hardy, Sergey Kovalev. This is ESBC. So there you have it. But that was then. This is now. You ready, ladies and gentlemen? Let's start announcing some new names in the ESBC Boxing Club. And right out of the gate, does it get much bigger than this guy? One of the greatest of all time, Sugar Ray Leonard holds wins over Roberto Duran, Tommy Hearns, and Marvin Hagler. He won world titles in 5 different weight classes. He was also the forefather of the mega paydays we see in boxing today. Sugar Ray, the first boxer in history to earn more than $100 million. And look who's joining us now from Southern California, Sugar Ray Leonard himself. Sugar, I gotta ask you, how does it feel to be a part of the first boxing game in well over a decade?
Well, I must say it's exciting. In fact, I'm looking forward to it because now we have authenticity. We have the correct way of throwing a punch, jab. I can't wait.
This is the most realistic boxing game that's ever been created, Sugar. What one punch or one move in your character are you most looking forward to seeing?
You know what? My favorite punch is the left hook. I mean, that was my bread and butter, so that's my favorite punch.
All right, Sugar, everyone wants to know, what boxer are you most looking forward to fighting in ESBC?
I mean, who I would love to have fought was Sugar Ray the real Sugar Ray Robinson, because he was just an amazing technician in the ring, smart.
Well, Sugar Ray, I mentioned that you made over $100 million in your career. I know you got a nice house, you got a nice trophy room. Would you mind showing us around? Let us see what you still got.
This is the '76 Olympic with the gold medal. In fact, when I came home from the Olympics, I was not going to turn pro. I was going to go to University of Maryland, but my dad who's up there with the white shirt, he went to a coma. We nearly lost him, but because I turned pro, he was able to go to a real doctor. And my father lived to be 95 years old. I'm so glad you're taking a picture of this. These are like 30 people. Each one of them loaned me $1,000 to turn pro. And from this point on, I became one of the first self-represented fighter in boxing. I was my own man. Richard Price sent me this, and this is after the Hagler fight. He said, "Ray, I ain't seen nothing like it. I've been going to fights, I would say 20 years of my life, and I've seen a lot of fighters. I've never seen nobody fight like you, man." That brought tears to my eyes, man. You know what? This is also my sanctuary. I come in here to relax. When I come into this room and oh, I still got it. But I come in here to relax and thank God.
Can't wait to see your blazing hand speed in action on ESBC. And I've got to tell you, Ray, a lot of today's current stars say they're most looking forward to fighting you on this video game, so look out.
Hey, Todd, I'm looking forward to fighting anybody. Come on.
All right, thanks, Sugar Ray. Now to one of my favorite signings that we've been able to secure here for ESBC. This legendary fighter that no one seems to be able to track down. He's like Sasquatch or Bigfoot. No one could find him. But finally, we located him, got in touch with his lawyer, and the first thing his lawyer said to me was, "How did you find this guy? And hell yes, we want to be in the video game." Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you Big Daddy Riddick Bowe. One of the kings of the heavyweight scene in the 90s, the first fighter in history to win the heavyweight title from all 4 major sanctioning bodies. His trilogy with Evander Holyfield was legendary. If you're playing with Riddick Bowe in ESBC, you're not playing around. Just listen to the man himself.
Hi, I'm Riddick Big Daddy Bowe, 2-time former world heavyweight champion. And I am the champion. So listen, get the game, play me as much as you can. If not, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
And sticking with the all-time great heavyweight theme, there aren't many names higher on the list than Larry Holmes. The Easton Assassin started his career as a paid sparring partner for Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier, and he defended his heavyweight championships against 19 different challengers over the course of a 7-year reign. One of the greatest heavyweight world champions still alive today is in the game. Another 90s star, how about the Duke? Tommy Morrison. Of course, he was Tommy Gunn in Rocky V, but his own fighting career started at the age of 15 when he used a fake ID to compete professionally despite being underage. One of the best left hooks in heavyweight boxing history, the former WBO World Heavyweight Champion Tommy Morrison is in eSports Boxing Club. And now to the current number 7 ranked heavyweight according to the Ring magazine, Michael the Bounty Hunter. He turned professional after representing the United States at the 2012 Olympic Games. He's got his eye on either Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury. Michael Hunter, welcome to eSports Boxing Club. And now to a guy who's 6'6" but only weighs 150-something pounds, Sebastian Fundora, known as the Towering Inferno. What a character. He's going to be on ESBC, throwing heat from long range with unbeatable reach, and now he's well on his way to world title contention. Born in London to Nigerian parents, Lawrence Okoli represented Great Britain at the 2016 Olympics. He's the current WBO World Cruiserweight Champion and former British and European Cruiserweight Champ. Lawrence Okoli in ESBC. No one was sharper than Mark Too Sharp Johnson, the first African-American boxer to win a world title at flyweight. The tricky southpaw became a 3-time world champion in 2 different weight classes before retiring. Welcome, Too Sharp, to ESBC. New York's Kevin Kelly was a world champion for 2 years, but was best known for being in big fights with big names. His rivalry with Prince Nassim Ahmed was heated, and their fight at Madison Square Garden was an instant classic, the all-action Kevin Kelly in eSports Boxing Club. And now to perhaps our biggest female signing in Ireland. It's not only the men who can fight. Katie Taylor shot to fame in 2012 when she won a gold medal for Ireland in the Olympics. She's now a 2-weight world champion and the current undisputed world lightweight champ, coming off a fantastic win just last week. Katie Taylor still on top and now in ESBC. It's the battling Belgium, the former 2-time world champion Delphine Persoon. Her 2 fights with Katie Taylor absolutely epic, and she is in eSports Boxing Club. Should I stop or should I keep going? Yeah, let's keep going. Some big names from the other side of the globe. Let's take a trip around the world and focus in on Eastern Europe. First up, Romania. Lucian Bute, known as Mr. KO for a reason. 25 knockouts from 37 victories, made him one of the hardest hitting super middleweights of all time. Heading further east now, from Uzbekistan, we've got world super bantamweight champion Mirzadan Akhmadaliev and his countryman Israel Madrimov. The Dream, ladies and gentlemen, along with Bektamir Melikuziev, Mek the Bully, and Shakram Giasov. These guys are part of a wave of talent coming out of Central Asia right now, future and current world champions, each one of them. And then to Mother Russia, Dmitry Bivol. He's held the WBA light heavyweight championship since 2017 and is considered one of the top 3 active light heavyweights in the world today. Now let's focus back in on some boxing legends. Earlier, we told you about Sugar Ray Leonard, Larry Holmes, and Riddick Bowe. And now we go south of the border, ladies and gentlemen, perhaps the greatest Mexican fighter of all time. Get up! The Lion of Culiacan, the man who represents Mexican style. Bite on your mouthpiece, go forward, ultimate aggression, and that made him beloved the world over and also made him a 3-division world champion, one of the best, an absolute legend. Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. is in ESBC. Hector Camacho Sr., better known as Macho Camacho, one of the best boxers ever to come out of Puerto Rico. He loved to showboat and put on a show for the fans. You're looking at a boxer that held 3 world titles, had great wins over Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard, an all-time great. But wait, there's more. Not only Hector, but his son Hector Camacho Jr. has also signed on to be part of the eSports Boxing Club roster.
This is Hector Camacho Jr. On behalf of the late, great Hector Macho Camacho, my father, we invite all of you to get the new ESBC boxing video game. I'm so excited though. It's been years since we had a boxing game. Get it, download it, and help me kick everybody's ass in my division. Macho time.
And just signed, it's Jake LaMotta, who many believe may be the toughest fighter of all time. His ability to take punishment was legendary, and so was his ability to give it. Fans nicknamed him the Raging Bull because of his non-stop aggressive fighting style. The Raging Bull, Jake LaMotta, is in the club. I have a brother named Jeff. He's older than me, and we used to fight all the time. There's nothing quite like brothers fighting. However, the mother of these 2 brothers said they will never fight, but she can't stop them from squaring off on ESBC. We've got one of the most dominant heavyweight champions ever. Vladimir Klitschko is in ESBC. So many epic victories. This man could do it all. And we've got his brother, Dr. Iron Fist, Vitaly Klitschko. The 2 Ukrainians were the most dominant heavyweight forces on the planet for over a decade and hold the Guinness World Record for most heavyweight world title wins by a pair of brothers. We've got the Klitschkos in eSports Boxing Club. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. What an episode it was. Episode 3 of our fighter announcements. I told you it'd be big, right? Was it big enough for you? What? Oh, you think it wasn't quite big enough? Well, how about one more name? One more? I mean, we are billing this as the greatest boxing video game of all time. And how can we say the greatest without having the greatest fighter of all time?
I am the greatest.
He's in ESBC, Muhammad Ali. He can float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. His trilogy with Joe Frazier, the greatest of all time. No one could do what Ali did.
I told you all that I was the greatest of all time.
He was a master of self-promotion, a non-stop quote machine.
I'm the fastest, I'm the most scientific, I'm the most creative, I'm the most artistic, I have the prettiest footwork, the prettiest face. There'll never be another fighter like me.
Well, there's no doubt that Muhammad Ali changed boxing and the world forever, and his legacy will live on right here in eSports Boxing Club. We're humbled and honored to have the greatest in ESBC. Well, I'm Todd Grisham. Hope you enjoyed the show. Don't worry, more announcements coming soon. Keep it right here to the ESBC social media.
If you appreciate our content and all the work we do to bring you guys the latest news, tips, and gameplay from your favorite sports games, drop a like, subscribe, SGO today. If you want to take your game to the next level, then join SGO Insider.